So Dylan Whyte has had a few words to say about Tyson Fury lately. Now, Tyson Fury has been kind of on and off chatting stuff about Dylan Whyte lately. And Dylan Whyte, I'm reading here on Twitter, it's on Michael Benson's Twitter page. He's quoting Dylan Whyte here, and I'm going to read out exactly what Dylan Whyte said. Dylan Whyte pretty much going in on Tyson Fury and letting people know what happened last time the two of them were in a boxing ring together, which was sparring several years ago. And it says here, this is what Dylan Whyte says. He says, "I'm sick and tired of all this talking. Come find me. Last time we were in a boxing ring together, you were on your ass. So stop talking shit right now. I've got Rivas to focus on. I will fight you anywhere, anytime, in or out of the ring." And of course Dylan Whyte would add in or out of the ring, because that's the kind of character Dylan Whyte is. He's volatile. You know, Dylan Whyte is the sort of guy where if you put him in a room full of mirrors, he'd start a row with himself. He's just that type of character. He doesn't care if it's in a boxing ring or if it's on the street. You know, remember when him and Anthony Joshua, before they had their fight, Dylan Whyte was actually saying it. You know, I think it was at the Klitschko camp, one of the Klitschko camps. He offered to fight Anthony Joshua on the street and have a tear up. Dylan Whyte's been fighting on the streets pretty much his whole life. He's a rough guy. So Dylan Whyte, when he says he'll fight anywhere, in or out of the ring, he's being really serious. He's being serious. Tyson Fury, I would imagine he would probably try and fight Dylan Whyte, but definitely not outside of the ring. I've no doubt that he would want to fight Dylan Whyte, and I've no doubt that he would beat Dylan Whyte just from a stylistic point of view. But I don't know if Tyson Fury would be too keen to fight him outside the ring. Let's put it like that. Dylan Whyte saying that the last time him and Tyson Fury fought, he had Tyson Fury on his ass. That was, I'm not too sure, but that could have been 2011, I think, was when they were sparring. I think it was, God, was it either before Fury fought Pikage or after? I'm not sure, but I know this is before Tyson Fury got with Peter Fury. So during that time, he was kind of a bit all over the place. He was not in great shape. He wasn't the fighter that a lot of people wouldn't have thought he would turn into the fighter he became back then anyway. Do I think Dylan Whyte had Tyson Fury on his ass? Hell yeah, I do. I'd well believe it. A lot of things happen in sparring, and that kind of Tyson Fury, who was getting dropped by Nevin Pikage, I'd well believe Dylan Whyte could drop him. Definitely. So I wouldn't at all rule that out, but that's going back, God, 7-8 years now. So it's a different Tyson Fury, and if they met in the ring, yeah, anytime soon, then I think Tyson Fury would win. A lot has been said about Dylan Whyte and Oscar Rivas doing poor pay-per-view, or not pay-per-view, doing poor ticket sales, which will more than likely lead to bad pay-per-view numbers. I even saw, and it's only a rumour, it was a website on Twitter called Boxing Kingdom. Now, I saw no evidence that this was fact. I only seen a tweet, and to be honest with you, they don't tend to be very accurate with their tweets. They said that Sky were even considering moving this from box office to standard Sky main event or Sky Action, whatever it's called. Haven't heard that materialise. Don't think it's true, to be honest with you. I think that they've invested enough in this pay-per-view, putting the guys like Dave Allen and David Price, I think they're, amongst other people like Chisora and Spilka. So I'd say it will be pay-per-view, but they are struggling, from what I'm hearing, to sell these tickets. And you got to figure, Dylan Whyte, his last two pay-per-view fights been against Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker coming off the back of a points loss to Anthony Joshua, the only guy to take him the distance at the time. The only guy to take him the distance, really. I mean, Ruiz didn't take him the distance, Ruiz stopped him. So people knew Joseph Parker, and there was beef there between him and David Chisora from the first fight, which made people tune in. And I think with Oscar Rivas, he's just, even though he's a good fighter, he's a very good fighter, he's just so unknown to the casual fans that they're probably looking at this like, well, who is this guy? We don't know who he is, and, you know, etc., etc. So maybe that's kind of why it's not getting the ticket sales, allegedly, that it should be. Whereas, you know, if this was Anthony Joshua, no one knew who Andy Ruiz was. The hardcore fans knew who he was, but the casuals didn't. They still lapped it up because it's Anthony Joshua. He's a much, much bigger name than Dylan Whyte. You know, you really got to figure in British boxing, it is probably, although it's taken a hit, it probably would still be Anthony Joshua number one, Tyson Fury definitely a close second now, and then Dylan Whyte in third place. Maybe even Dave Allen in fourth. Dave Allen, Daniel Dubois if he beats Nathan Gorman this weekend. So that's kind of how you would see it in British boxing. So Dylan Whyte, you know, someone like an Oscar Rivas, I can see kind of where the ticket sales are going, if it is in fact true and they are poor ticket sales. So I can kind of see that, but, you know, he needs to get through Oscar Rivas. I think it'll be a good fight. I think it's looking like a good card, which is why I'm so surprised people aren't tuning into this more. You got 3 good heavyweight fights on it, 3 competitive heavyweight fights. I think the least competitive is probably Spilka Chisora. So that's even there. That's a decent fight. So it's a decent card. Decent card. And Tyson Fury, I've seen Michael Benson report on Twitter that he may be actually lining up Trevor Bryan as his next opponent, which I'm going to do a video about. So, interesting times. But anyway, that's my thoughts on this. Let me know yours down below. If Fury and Dillian Whyte ever did have a fight, who would you have in it? Just curiosity. Let me know what you think. Let me know down below. Hope you liked the video. If you did, like the video. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will talk to you after.